Rabbi Yaakov Menken with us. And Rabbi, good to have you with us. You look a little energetic in that viral video there, sir.
Yeah, look, it was the third time that somebody hurled Free Palestine at me without any reference to any politics or knowing nothing of what I actually do. It was purely because I was a Jew and therefore a convenient target. So this was very revealing.
Was it the beard that gave you away? What?
Yeah, exactly. It's really difficult to tell I'm an Orthodox Jew. And the thing is that in this particular case, Code Pink is an organization that pretends that they are just about Israel and ending the occupation and blah, blah, blah. No, it's an anti-Semitic group. And they were clearly, and by the way, anybody who yells Free Palestine at anybody is anti-Semitic, is playing into anti-Semitism, is at least a deluded idiot for not understanding this is the only country in the Middle East where Jews and Arabs have rights. So, this whole narrative was being used simply as a new pretense to hurl hatred as Jews, exactly as I said in the video. And, of course, I gave it the same energy I give you every week. I mean, it's just, this is not acceptable rhetoric, certainly not, in Congress where they go around and haranguing people. The fact that I outed their anti-Semitism, I think that was very worthwhile.
No doubt. It went viral. So obviously a lot of people liked your spunkiness in there. Let's get to the phone lines for the Rabbi. Amy in Delaware, line 1. Go Fighting Blue Hens, Amy.
Originally I was going to ask a question about election, but since I have Rabbi Menken on, I'm going to ask something a little different. Some folks in Australia will opt perhaps to come here to the United States as opposed to going to Israel because they may have family here. With the difficulty right now getting paperwork to get here, what can the Jewish community do to assist those in Australia who have chosen to leave Australia and come to the United States?
It's very sad that you're talking about people feeling they have to leave Australia. Australia was known as a civilized country. And we're watching what unfettered immigration from dangerous countries, especially where they're inculcated to believe radical Islam and to hate all the infidels, which starts with Jews but never ends with Jews. You got to understand how much danger Christians in America are and in Australia from this and from the government of Australia tolerating this, recognizing a Palestinian state, handing a reward to terrorists. This is what has resulted, the fact that they think they have to go somewhere else. What's going to happen with that somewhere else? I can't speak to exactly what the State Department is going to do. I know that they are going to clearly look at unfortunately, the Jewish population of Australia and Europe as a persecuted population. But, the very reason why these anti-Semites are so anti-Israel and want Israel to be destroyed is because Israel is the guaranteed refuge for persecution from Jews facing the likes of them. When somebody is anti-Israel, they are a genocidal barbarian who wants to get rid of the Jews. Just understand that it's very clear, and that's what you see based on Australia, what happened there, and the idea that they shouldn't be able to flee to Israel.
Amy? Amy is still there? You want to follow up? We lost Amy. Go ahead, Amy.
No, I'm here.
Go ahead.
Okay, that's, I just wanted to see what the rabbi's point of view was, and it is. I could see how it's the Australians that got to do something to make it tenable to stay. But I just wanted to see, because there are some folks, I think, inevitably, they got family somewhere else, and they don't want to wait 5 years to see if things change. What we could do here. So I thank him for his viewpoint, and thank you.
Thank you, Amy, listening to us on the great AM 740 WJFP in Philadelphia, I assume. Also gets to Wilmington. Amy, don't forget, the Maryland Terrapins baseball team visits Delaware University, I think sometime in February. Check out the schedule. And I hope to see you there at the game. And of course, Joe's pitching for the Terrapins. So I think, where's the university? In Newark, Delaware, right? So you better come and look me up, because I'll be at that game. Fighting Blue Hens, baby. Amy, thank you. Let's get back to the Rabbi. So I thought the Hamas was supposed to disarm. Whatever happened to that?
And this is the problem. It's like people say, well, we got half the job done, so we're good. No, it doesn't work that way. It's not just that Hamas has refused to disarm. It is training additional fighters. They are working to rebuild already as we speak. And it really is time for the Trump administration to say to the Israelis, okay, do what you need to do.
Yep, bingo. There it is.
The Israelis already choked out a Hamas leader. And by the way, one of the things that she yelled at me was, Israel is still attacking. I said, yeah, when Hamas attacks Israel, Israel's going to fire back. She said, stop going for that excuse. It's not an excuse. It's a reality. Until the Hamas barbarians are eliminated, disarmed, reduced to nothing, there is a genocidal threat to Jews hiding in Gaza, right next to the Israel border. That has to be eliminated for there to be peace. That has to be completely eradicated before there can be rebuilding. And that's got to start now. I'm totally with you.
I'm with you 100%. Okay. Congratulations for President Trump and getting a ceasefire, allegedly, doing the best he can, and for getting the hostages home. And there was supposed to be a disarming of Hamas. That's not happened. So what I think the president should do now is wash his hands of it and say to Israel, good luck, do whatever you want. Hope things work out. Call me if you need me, but not till like May, right? Because I'm busy.
Understand, these genocidal racists are still holding a body. They won't let the parents bury the body. What does it tell you about these? You think these are decent human beings? They are grotesque. And I don't care. I literally do not care how many people choose to serve as their willing human shield, because there's nobody in the fighting areas of Gaza right now who isn't siding with Hamas. Because if they're not siding with Hamas, they move to one of the safe zones. So if you're in that fighting area, your life is in your own hands and nobody else. Don't start blaming the Israelis. Don't be stupid. If every single person there is eradicated, it would be a benefit to society, because every single person there is backing a genocide and participating in it. So give it a break and let the Israelis go in, finish the job, clean up, get that body back, and eradicate Hamas as a threat.
All right. Now that you're a social media star, you went viral. You got your social media sensation. How do people follow you?
CJ Values for the organization, as in Coalition for Jewish Values, and Y Menken for myself, Menken.
Rabbi, thanks for being with us.
As always, thank you so much for this opportunity.
You live in Baltimore. I live in Washington, D.C. See, I live in the safest city in America.
Yeah, you live thanks to Trump. Yeah, I got it.
You live in an absolute shithole.
Well,
too bad.
It's amazing how the borders. It's like a mile away from my house. You don't want to go there.
Enjoy Baltimore's crime, rats, garbage, graffiti, drug dealers. Have a nice life in Baltimore. I, on the other hand, live in the safest, most beautiful city in America.
You know why that doesn't happen here in America? What just happened in Australia? Over here, we have legal gun rights. In Australia, they don't. That's a problem.
Well, now they're trying to even make them stricter, so you can't even have like a pop gun. You can't have a slingshot.
Oh yeah. And meanwhile, these guys got a hold of long guns and just they were shooting as like target practice.
The criminals always get the guns, dude. I mean,
that's the problem.
They've been doing that since
take away law-abiding gun ownership. Only the non-law-abiding get the guns.
I love how he changes the subject from Baltimore. Right, he just changes it because he can't defend the city because it's a complete rat's
That's
nest.
not my job. Hey, I don't run
Well,
the
you got to
city.
defend your
Now,
city. You can't-
honestly, they done some good things here. The crime rate is way down, especially the murder rate is actually way down from last year.
Well,
Got to
that's
give,
good.
I mean, Brandon Scott is a leftist liberal, but you got to give him credit when he does the right thing. There's no question that something worked, and that's impressive. And hopefully it'll continue, because you're absolutely right. It should be on Trump's list of places to send the National Guard.
But hey, if he's doing a good job, he's doing a good job. And I appreciate you bringing it out. I'm not familiar with their statistics, but that is good to know. And it's good for the people. It's good for the people there. And it's good when I go to Pimlico Racetrack in the spring. That's good too. We got to go, Rabbi. I got to roll. Thank you for being with us.